Welcome back, YouTube frogs. It has been quite a long time since we have done an old school account review. This is account review number 24, featuring an account that I think that you guys will be moderately interested in. Very few accounts that are invested to this degree. We like to see it. It's not a super giga whale, but as you will soon see, there are some very impressive things to note. And before we jump any further, first off, I'm going to be having this person in call with me, and I am on their account like usual. Please be respectful. I do not know if I will be doing any Abyss gameplay. Who knows? But for the most part, it's nice to see what other people have. And for this particular account, it's actually a long... How do I say this? I've known this person for a decently long time. And so, without going too much into it, I'm gonna go ahead and jump onto a call. Alright, Chet, this is, if you guys don't know him, Toho Sniper, previously massive Fate Grand Order whale, mobile games. It's been a long time. Those of you who have watched my content for before Genshin Impact will probably recognize this name.
Hey chat. My name is Toho Sniper 98, as Mr. Slice told you guys. You can just call me Tuhu, because dang, Toho Sniper 98 over every single time is
okay,
kind of
Tuhu. Like the number 2 and then like H-O-O, like who? Like an owl.
And so yeah, as Mr. Slice just prefaced, we've known each other since long before Genshin, actually. I think maybe up to like 2-3 years before. And we first met each other in, or we first knew each other's content since FGO. And so yeah, we go a little ways back. Alrighty, chat. So I am doing this account review because I would like to show you guys something that's a little bit different than your usual. I've been lurking in Mr. Slice's chat ever since he really started popping off on Genshin. Every once in a while, I tune in to watch him do account reviews and such. And so, while they're a lot of fun, I noticed that lots of you guys, or lots of account reviews that he does, seem to tend to really focus on, let's say, a few characters, right? Because in Genshin, since Genshin's a gacha and it has a stamina system, you only have so many resources to go around in order to invest into, you know, your more important characters, the meta characters, if you will. And yeah, meta. And so yeah, this account is gonna be a little bit in the I wouldn't say the opposite direction. I've obviously got some of the stronger characters like really invested into as well.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, as you'll see, it's not just that. My account's not just limited to all the the traditionally really strong characters.
Oh yeah, definitely not the traditional really strong, considering that what I just showed on the screen is a very clear indication that you do not care about that, and that is perfectly fine.
That's really it for the intro. I'd like to let the actual account speak for itself now.
Yeah,
so,
okay.
Wherever you want to start, Mr. Slice.
Yeah, thank you, Tuhu, for your introduction. Chat, if you guys want to check out his social media platforms, he does have a YouTube and he does have a Twitch channel. So all of his socials are Toho Sniper 98. Do this out of courtesy because, you know, account reviewing is, I would say it's like, I don't do these very often, and it's always a privilege to be able to check out someone else's account that is not my own. Chat, shall we dive in? All right, before we do anything, as is customary with account reviews, all right, let's take a look. You should have had no problem with the Abyss. However, I would like to see your challenge summary. Challenge summary only shows the past, like, 6 months, so it doesn't show the whole thing. So take a look here, right? 36 star, Dia, Bennett, Raiden, Rosaria. Very interesting choice of characters. 36 star, basically all the way through. Since March of 2022, so about a year's worth of Abyss. Everything is 36 star, very customary. We can see that his units, he actually goes through quite a different selection of units. Even in just like the last 6 months, you've used Fischl a bit. You used Jean. We see Balls, Yoimiya, Delu, Kokomi, Cookie, Ganyu. It's just all sorts of different stuff. I think this is when Nahida and Nilu were released, probably, right? You actually did use Layla a bit in the Abyss. Wander and Farazan were released. You used Xinyan, pop in her face. Very rare occurrence to have Xinyan be used in even this was in January of 2023. That's okay. I like to see that. So, weapons. I actually don't even know. I have not even seen this. What does your... I see a lot of duplicate weapons. I see a lot of level 90s. What the f is this? Why do you have 3 lost... Why do you have a full page of level 90 weapons?
So,
Well, you have 4 Wolf's Gravestones at level 90 all at R1.
okay. This is where I get into the philosophy behind my account.
Okay, we love to hear this.
So, you guys have heard from Mr. Xlice that I come from a different gacha game. Some of you may have heard of it. It's called Fate Grand Order.
Lovely.
In that game, when I first started playing and wailing on that game, I made it a point to get every single character in the game that are obtainable, at least, because some of them are not. Get them all to max level that the game allows, and get all their skill levels to max level. Basically, do as much as the player physically can, or what's physically possible within the boundaries of what you can do in the game. So when I started up Genshin, I realized that, hey, wait a minute, Genshin Impact, the way that its system is set up, its farming system is set up, if you want to call it that, how its characters are treated in terms of ascensions and whatnot, it's actually very similar to FGO. Right away, I found it was very possible, at least theoretically, for me to also give the Genshin characters that same treatment. Every character max level, and since Genshin has weapons, I can also get every weapon to max level. And that's exactly what I've done. Because Genshin Impact, right? Characters have equipment slots, specifically weapon slots. I made it a point to give every single character on my account their own dedicated weapon. So that's why all those 5-star weapons you see there, that's why I have so many dupes, is because I took the time to see what kinds of 5-star weapons I got, because obviously a lot of those are perma weapons, and so they were just spooks that I got from weapon gacha, going every time I go for like a limited 5-star weapon. And so instead of burning them or combining them for refinements, I took a step back and was like, okay, what characters? So for the rest of my roster, especially the 4-stars, right? Because 4-stars don't release with their own signature weapons,
right?
As
Correct.
MiHoYo has done for the past year or so. I was like, okay, what is their best weapon? Or what is their near best weapon if I don't have their best? And so I was like, oh, for example, Hazel. I see Hazel in the middle of the screen there.
Yes.
He works really well with Lost Prayer. And so I had a couple Lost Prayer copies lying around. I was like, okay, I'll give Hazel Lost Prayer. Even if though it's R1, it's fine, because 5-star weapons, let's be perfectly honest, they don't need extra refinement levels because they're all broken enough as it is at R1. Except for a few of them, but we won't get into that here. For the most part, all the 5-star weapons are really freaking strong in this game. And so having them at R1 is perfectly acceptable, perfectly fine. So,
there's a lot of thought that went into this, and I really like seeing this, because it's not only a case like, obviously you can Giga Whale. If you Giga Whale, then you do end up with a CC-Kun situation. I mean, at this point he's like well known in my sort of community, right? For maxing out basically everything. But what I like to see is the thought behind various weapons, and I can see some things that happened. I can see that you did level weapons that are now unused. And I'm understanding this is probably because you found a better weapon choice, and they probably like a future character upgraded their weapon, and you're like, oh, well, this weapon is no longer on that previous character. I can now give it to someone else, and then they can remove the weakest weapon. Is that what I'm understanding?
Yeah, for a lot of them. A good example is Xiangling. I actually forgot what I used
you
with
have to
Xiangling.
bring her up first. Sure,
Well,
okay,
I mean,
great.
it's an
Let's talk about
example.
Xiangling, guys. Excellent.
When I said, oh yeah, I don't use meta characters. I don't use meta characters all that much, or I don't emphasize them that much.
So where did she start?
There
what
goes
was her
Cat.
first weapon?
I'm pretty sure she just started with a good old Favonius.
So she was a Favj.
Yep.
Holy
just
Wait.
good
I
old
didn't even get
Favonius.
to this. You have a full page of 94 stars.
I did. When I said I level every weapon, I wasn't kidding.
You have a Hamayumi 90. You have the compound bow 90. The most useless craftable weapon of all time. Oh my days.
So yeah, as I was explaining, yes, some characters I definitely had that philosophy
wait. Shut up for 1 second.
Yeah,
what
sure.
the f is this?
Oh, yeah,
What is
that's
this?
the royal weapon set. Do you know where you get the royal weapon set?
Why do you have every single... You have every royal weapon at 90. Holy shit! So you have
everything.
You have 2 full pages of 4-star weapon. Did
Yes,
you,
sir.
Did
Because
you
that's
not
how
get
many
this
there are in the
refined?
game.
Uh-oh. Wait. Are you gonna finish this today? You're gonna finish this, right? Your mailed flower?
What?
Oh, you have them here, you just didn't.
Oh yeah. I just didn't. I just forgot to.
Okay. I was gonna say.
Yeah.
I was like,
sorry for scaring you.
Yeah, I was gonna say like.
I already did the event. Don't worry.
I don't want to
Mr.
take
Slice.
you away from that if you need to finish the event.
Yeah. Don't worry about it. It's R5. I got the refinement levels. I just didn't bother. I didn't bother. I forgot to add them because gotcha brain. Ha.
So Xiangling started at Favch.
Yeah.
And then where'd she go?
And so when Raiden came out, I heard that I heard whisperings among the community members that Engulfing Lightning is actually pretty bad on her. And so I was like, okay, bet.
This is why you have 2 individual Engulfing Lightnings?
Yes.
2 individual
I rolled
ones.
2 copies of Engulfing Lightning, one for Raiden and one for Xiangling specifically.
Why would you give so much attention to this character?
Because I haven't really given her attention for the first year, so I was like, I guess Engulfing Lightning is a good start.
Okay.
So yeah, some of the characters, going to your question from before, some characters I definitely did have that philosophy of, oh yeah, they started with this weapon, but then a better weapon came out later, and so yeah, I went out of my way to go get them a copy of that. Some characters, however, or some weapons, however, I did not have that philosophy. I think you hovered over Vortex Vanquisher for a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh no,
okay.
I just pulled Vortex Vanquisher just for collection purposes, and I got it to max level because I could.
Do you have every single unique weapon?
Yes. The only 2 that I am missing right now are two 4-stars, I believe. Believe it, chat. Don't get angry at me at this. Don't write and start writing in chat. I don't have catch yet.
Woo! Wait, I want to see your achievements now. Hold on, where's the fishing? Where do I go to find the fishing one?
Oh no!
Where?
I'm self-reporting.
How many fish?
I self-reported.
121 fish. That's all you got.
I've self-reported. No.
You don't even have a fishing rod. You don't even have 20 unique fish archive entries. You know, I was gonna call you a museum of Genshin stuff. But the fact that you don't even have the catch, how can I say that? The catch might as well be a logo. Because you have to fish for it. Oh my god. Well, at least you have these cringe royal weapons that are leveled and that no one will ever use. So that's very cool.
True.
Anything else you wanna tell me about the rest of your weapons? Because it is honestly, it's almost unbelievable to see so many R1 of the same. Because I'm so used to seeing an R5 version or a high refinement version and then no other dupes, right? But you specifically, like, I know why you did this, but you specifically got 3 keys of the Kajna suit because Nilou is obviously her signature weapon. It became Cookie's best in slot, and you were probably leakersing for this Layla one, I'm guessing.
I might have.
Layla clearly did not come out, and this was happening. But she was
I might have
HP scaling
learned.
character.
Yep. That
So
Layla has
there's a little
HP
bit
scaling.
of insider trading knowledge on some of these weapon choices that you got.
Some under the table.
Yeah, this one's a little
interaction.
sussy. It was a little sussy. I'm like, dude, Layla came out after Nilou and Cookie, and for some reason she has her best in slot weapon. You know, that's perfectly fine. You don't have a lot of leftover weapons like some people do, right? So you hold weapons
really.
specifically for character use cases. So you have Xiao's R5, but I see that, for example, you have 2 Jade Cutters, right? And you have 3 out here. Are you planning on refining the rest of these, or no?
So initially, I remember back in Jade Cutter's last raid up, afterwards I was like, oh, if I had gotten spooked by, well, not really spooked, it was on raid up. If I had gotten another copy of Jade Cutter, I would have been like, okay, I'm gonna go R5 Traveler's primordial Jade Cutter, like her sword specifically. So yeah, like I don't intend on like hoarding up weapons, like all the 5-star weapons. As you can see, a lot of those 5-star weapons are, permanent weapons that can come up as off raid ups and whatnot. But yeah, with Jade Cutter specifically, Jade Cutter's had how many rate ups so far throughout
Lots.
Genshin? Yeah, a lot of them. And so yeah, I just kind of naturally gathered like a couple more copies. And so yeah, the reason why there's 2 separate level 1 copies is that the one that's currently unoccupied or not being used was actually Cookie's.
Oh, so
sword
this was
first.
old Cookie weapon.
Yep, old Cookie. That's why it's
so this
level
one
98.
did this one did get an upgrade. Skyward Pride. Did anyone use this originally or?
No.
Okay, so this one you leveled up strictly for collection purposes.
Yeah, for collection purposes. I did try using Xinyan with it.
What is Xinyan? Xinyan's on her best in slot now, so that's fine.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, it was cool using Xinyan with Skyward Pride. I would actually run Xinyan with Skyward Pride again just for the memes, because I do think Skyward Pride is actually a pretty cool weapon because of its passive, how it can throw out vacuum blades and whatnot. I think that's really cool.
I do enjoy watching them a lot. They do because they are physical damage oriented, so on certain characters they do output quite a bit of a punch.
Yeah, but currently I do have my Xinyan on obviously her best in slot at the moment. So yeah.
What I really like when I look at this, right, is that it is clearly such a well-prepared weapon roster. Chat, you guys see this. There's no additional Aqua Simulacras down here. There are 2 specifically here. There's 2 specific Elegies here. There's 3 specific Skyward Harps, but this is like the normal one, right? You have 2 specific Kagura's Verity, so you had an intention of getting this for Lisa.
Yes.
This guy thought ahead for each unique weapon that came out, right? We have specifically 3 red horns, no more, no less, because 3 characters in the game are defense scaling and can use the crit damage, right? This one, I'm guessing is for collection purpose because no one uses it. It's basically a worse version of Wolf's Gravestone, so that's perfectly fair, right? What else are the limit? You have 4 copies of Staff of Homa and no additional.
Yeah, so the first 2 were for Hu Tao and Mr. Zhong Li,
yes,
Mr. John Li.
Mr. Ass.
The other 2 came with the 2 Homa's rate ups, the Homa rerun banners afterwards. The second Homa rerun, I rolled again, specifically for Rosaria because I noticed that I think sometime after the first Homa rate up, I noticed that whoa, my Rosaria is looking pretty good right now. Like her artifacts were really coming into place.
And
so I was like, okay, so I really need a crit damage spear. What crit damage spear is there in the game, or which one's the best one? Oh, Homa? All right, bet. So just wait for a Homa rerun, and when it showed up, boom, another copy for Rosaria.
See, that's when I see Rosaria, right? I don't anticipate Staff of Homa being the weapon of choice because most people use Rosaria as minorly as an off DPS, but majorly as a crit transfer, right? For a lot of teams, especially for like if you're doing a double pyro, double cryo oriented build, then the crit transfer for your entire team is very, very valuable, even for herself, right? Because she does get 12% for herself before her passive that transfers 50%. So usually you would want to get high crit rate on Rosaria. About 85 to 88% is ideal, right, for that situation. But I'm guessing that your build is so strong that you can just opt for DPS.
Yeah, pretty much.
What's
exactly
with Candace? Is it just because
Candace,
HP scaling?
I actually noticed that Candace's artifacts also started looking like eerily, like uncannily similar to Rosaria's.
There's no way, dude. She does like no
damage.
damage.
And so I was like, okay, all right. I guess I need a crit damage spear. Okay, let me think again. What was the best crit damage spear in the game? All right, Homa. All right.
It's so crazy how you think because you're not thinking from the perspective of who you want to use. You're thinking of a perspective when you look at a character, what is the best for that character? And that is something that I think a lot of people don't recognize and when they play the game, right? It's like a whole different mentality of like love for your account, essentially. Because you could have just easily put her on like that and like not cared and like not looked at her for like 10 years, which is what I do, right? Okay, so I must ask, because I'm a little offended here. You have 4 Staff of Homa, except Toma is on Skyward Spine. Why the f is he not on Staff of Toma? What's going on here?
Is his best weapon actually Staff of Homa?
I mean, it matches him. Staff of Toma, man.
Oh, okay, I'll get another copy of Homa then.
Okay. All right, I think that we have gone more than enough into your weapon roster. I actually love it. I actually love
before that, scroll down to the bottom of the screen.
What the f?
No, scroll all the way down.
Why you want me to scroll all the way down?
Oh, you'll see.
Scroll to the bottom. You have the 3 stars, all level 90 for no particular reason.
Oh, not just that. Yeah, not just that.
Not
scroll down
just
even more.
that. You have
keep scrolling. Keep scrolling.
Have all the 2 stars at 70. Okay. All the 1 stars at 70.
See, Mr. Slice.
I do this too, by the way. But what do you do?
Well, Mr. Slice, all I can say is, gotcha games do something to a man or a woman.
Or anything in
And
between.
yes, of course. Yeah, the inner workings of a gotcha degenerate is truly, truly unique.
You're not okay. Especially this. This right here, the fact that you almost have a full screen of 3-star weapons at level 90, you're not okay.
I take that as a compliment.
Alright. Now you guys know the inner workings of his weapons. I think the most impressive thing is the inner workings of his characters. Before we scroll into things, your roster, character selection, is everything 90. Every character is level 90. Okay. The second thing we need to check is for each character, we're gonna go very, very quickly. Their talent levels, if applicable, how high are they? I'm gonna go from all the way back. Just so YouTube frogs, Twitch frogs, every frog is on the same page. Blue, we want to see level 12, and white, we want to see level 9, because blue means constellation plus 3. Everything should be close to crown, if not crowned, right? From what you
Yes,
told me.
sir. The only exceptions are for characters who take materials from either the Raiden Shogun Weekly or the most recent Scaramouche Sumeru Weekly boss.
You know the most
because
scary
we
thing
physically,
about this?
they haven't physically been around enough for me to farm enough materials from them.
Chad, the
Either that
scariest thing,
or my weekly drop mat RNG has been trash.
sorry for interrupting you. The scariest thing, chat, is the amount of Mora leveling all these talents takes. And this man still has 4.9 million Mora. Wow, wait. So I can just do this and none of this should change. So I can just spam through this, right? Everyone is... Oh, you don't have enough.
Yeah, because Cole and who is it?
Okay.
Yeah, working on Cole right now though.
Ah. Oh, you are starved, actually. Okay, you're starved from
yeah,
the worm's
that's what
materials.
I mean. Not enough materials to go around.
So, worms materials, chat, we're gonna be starved. Holy f***, you're Dory, the most useless character ever put in this. Okay, sorry. Farazan, I'm guessing, is also boss locked by the worm. True. Everything
on her
else. Wow. Okay, this is the first triple crown. Yoimiya enjoyers, rejoice. On this particular reviewee, Yoimiya is their choice. The first one that I've seen. Oh, I thought you crowned this, but then I remembered his past.
Yeah,
talent.
it's
Okay,
talent.
okay.
Yeah.
All right. Toes, triple crown Nilu. Okay, Nilu mains also rejoice. Very nice. 8, not. Wait. So this traveler, I'm guessing your.
Oh, yeah,
your
traveler.
other travelers.
Yeah, guess what their talent levels are at?
Are they all 9? So the reason why you haven't leveled this is because you need
Yep,
more.
not enough Raiden.
You're still starved on Raiden's materials, right?
Yeah, but yeah, it hasn't been long. Mihoyo has released a lot of characters who need the Raiden Weekly. And Traveler needing to use them as well does not help.
I see. Okay. Tignari, 999, Shaft as high as you can get. Oh,
Yeah.
when did you do this? When did you triple crown Kachin? Was she your first triple crown?
I think she was my 3rd or 4th. I can't
What
remember.
the when? When did you triple crown her?
Like 2 years ago.
That's your 3rd and 4th?
Yeah, I think so.
Wait, that means...
I forget the exact order in which I triple
Oh.
crowned my first couple, but like I know my first one, that was Mona.
Okay.
Kecking, I don't know exactly when. It was probably after Mona, probably after Ganyu. But she was
Holy
probably my 3rd or 4th triple crown.
Oh shit. Okay, so that's 2 triple crowns that we've seen. No, 3 triple crowns. We have Yoimiya, Nilu, and Kaching so far. Raiden is double crowned. Do you plan on triple crowning her?
Yes. One thing that I should mention here, because we're now talking about crowns. When I crown somebody, I triple crown them, no exceptions. Because in my opinion, if a character is worth crowning, any of their talents are worth crowning, they're worth triple crowning. So might as well go all the way.
You are a true dedication to the character. This is actually like full character dedication. The way that your brain works for like these gacha games is the true all-in mentality. Because like a lot of Genshin players, they are very like casual, right? They like maybe like 1 or 2 characters, right? But like this is dedication to like the art of gacha. People will probably call you a no-life and hate you because, like, invested. But, like, as with anything, people will get hate for just being successful. People will get hate for being good-looking. People will get hate for doing good things. This is also a message for, like, chat and, like, anything. We talked about this yesterday, guys, if you guys were here for the chef conversation. no matter what, you cannot please everyone. This world is too many to please everyone. So really just focus on yourself and what you enjoy doing, and like don't bother with like negativity, right?
One thing I will say is that just because y'all are seeing like how much work and effort that I put into my account and my philosophy behind the characters, and I triple crown them because I want to, Giga Chad. I'm not trying to impose this on anybody else. You play gachas however you want to play.
Based.
I might have my opinions on Genshin meta and people, I only give 1 crown to Xiangling and it's our Q.
Nerd. Actually.
But as much as I might talk, you guys should play gachas however you see fit. Whether it's because you want to, or it's because that's all you can do. Like, it's within your physical limitations. Obviously, I could not have done this without a fair degree of whaling. Obviously, more so than a lot of people. Obviously,
we haven't even taken a look at your constellations, which we'll get to next time. But I want to go into your talents because I'm interested in the story behind your crowns.
So, anywhere else you wanna? Anything else you wanna look at?
Yai Miko. I was hovering over Yai because I knew you triple crowned her.
Yes, sir. you know.
I know your favorite character from FGO is Tamamo no Mai, if I remember the name correctly. And
that's it.
Yai Miko is almost identical to the way that she's designed.
The only thing missing with Yai Miko is that she ain't got the right voice actress. But I'll take Sakuraya, ne? That's a perfectly good replacement. I will take it any day of the week.
Next up, okay, so how many is that, by the way? How many characters has that in total? 1, 2, 3, these 3 are going to be triple crown. We have Nilu, and we have Yoimiya. Okay, so that's like 5.
Yeah, Yoimiya starting with Yoimiya.
Sino, you are locked behind Raiden's materials?
Yep. Yeah, Raiden Weekly.
Ayaka! Oh, I was kind of hoping that you triple crowned her. I was kind of hoping that you triple crowned Ayaka, but that's okay. Alright, she is level 9, perfectly fine. Chi-Chi. Sacrificial
I said, I did say no exceptions.
All right, I was wondering what weapon you put on her, but you actually used the weapon that is the most utility based for her.
Yes.
Like I was wondering if you decided to put a 5-star weapon on her just because you could. But
unfortunately, her skill lasts a little too long for my taste.
So you're going for a maximum utility, or like the greatest value to bring out a character's potential. And like for Chi-Chi, Sacrificial Sword does make her utility a lot nicer to use.
Real quick,
triple crowned.
Sorry to interrupt you, Mr. Xlice. I see someone in chat saying, "Wait, how do you get so many crowns? Has there really been that many crowns in the game?" I started playing Genshin a week in, so yes, I have gotten every single crown in the game. I don't remember exactly how many crowns total we've gotten in the game, but it's over it's been 2.5 years. Like, we've gotten quite a few. A lot of the crowns come from, I believe, each region's
that
the level up ladder or whatever it's called. Like, I know for Summit it's the radish tree. We get a lot of crowns from that.
Yeah, don't talk to me about
so I think each region has a handful of crowns when you first start leveling up, like using the elemental sigils or whatever they're called.
So
yeah, there's been quite a bit.
Chat says about 30 to 32.
Okay.
So that's a decent amount. I have about 10 fully committed characters. Ganyu is next up, triple crowned.
Yes, sir.
So we need to still ask for this. Kaching was your 3rd or 4th, and you did that 2 years ago, right?
Yep.
Are we at the characters that you did before that, or not yet?
I believe Ganyu was my 2nd. So
Okay,
yes.
So Ganyu was your 2nd triple crown character. And to this day, she still remains an insanely strong crowd DPS due to her normal attacks ability to reverse melt. Very nice.
Except I actually don't use it for reverse melt.
Do you freeze?
I just run free. Yep, I just run freeze.
Oh, okay. Alright, okay, fair enough.
Freeze teams, Giga Chad.
Alright, let's see. What did you do with Eula? Did you triple crown Eula? Oh, she's not even C6. Now, I shouldn't say not even C6. I'm sorry for the way that I worded that, but I was wondering if you were going for the Giga Nuke one shot. That's okay. I'm worried about this Aloe. Did you invest in her to be usable?
Yep. I can actually run Alloy. I've used it for Abyss before.
I will not comment because she will never.
Not everybody uses Alloy. I know that for sure.
I would have been more scared if you triple crowned her, but I know you wouldn't do that.
Yeah, maybe not that far, but
okay.
Yep, she's a character in the game, and she deserves all the levels.
Wow, you really like Shen, huh? because you at least have her C5 with these constellations.
Yes, sir. Triple Crown Shenhe.
What was the story behind this one?
Oh, she's hot.
Okay, fair enough. Jean. Oh, that's very okay. You know, this one I really like to see. What was the reason why you triple crown Jean? Because I think Jean touches a lot of people's hearts from different corners of Genshin. Because she is probably the most elegant of the standard characters that was released from the get-go. She's probably a lot of people's, like, you know, number one.
Yes, sir. Multiple reasons actually, which is kind of unique for Jean. At the beginning of the game, we I think only had how many healers in the game? Like 2, Barbara and Jean, right?
Yeah.
At initial launch,
Yeah.
and I remember getting Jean pretty early on, and well, no, sorry, Bennett. We're forgetting Bennett.
Yeah.
Bennett's a healer too.
Bennett.
We forgot him. And Chi-Chi.
Oh, Chi-Chi as well.
Yeah, Chi-Chi,
but-
Chi-Chi. Chi-Chi healer? Question mark. But yeah. So we had, obviously, as chat is very courteously pointing out to us, we had a decent selection of
decent
healers
selection.
to go
More
from.
than just those two, because chat
Yeah,
is like,
more-
I
yeah.
want to name one that you haven't named. Match.
It's fine. It's chat. That's what they do. Barbara and Jean specifically at the beginning. Maybe I'm sure there are healers who do this too these days. But at least in the beginning of Genshin, only Barbara and Jean were the only ones who not only insta healed your entire team, or they healed your team and they did it instantly with one button. Whereas with Bennett, Chi-Chi and Noelle, all the other healers, they could not do that. And so I really valued that particular utility, because if Jean gives you the convenience of, oh, I hit Q, everybody's full health again, and I don't have to switch to another character and expose them to more danger while they're getting healed by Chi-Chi's E, Noelle. Actually, Noelle heals while she's still out, because she heals with her attacks.
Yeah, quite
but with Chi-Chi and Bennett, their skill or field where, oh, you have to stick your character out, and in the days before Zhongli, I'm sure some people may not remember those times, where you had to put out characters onto Bennett's E field and wait for their health to tick up past 70%.
And even then, you still can't fully heal unless you have just the right threshold of HP.
And so yeah, I really like running Jean for that.
Okay.
And so that, and voice actress, because she shares the same voice actress as my favorite character from FGO.
Oh.
And so yeah.
Oh, she's using Scoured Blade. Interesting. Is there a reason why you selected this weapon as the weapon of choice for her?
Super energy recharge. I forget how much ER she has on her at the moment, but with her current ER threshold, I do not need to worry about her ER her energy gain at all.
Wow, there's so much
will
value
always
in
get
this
her.
build. There's so much value in the way that you build as well. I was like, I asked you like why Scoured Blade, and like you instantly said like I need the recharge in order to burst instantly. And it makes sense because like that's why you valued her a lot, because she's one of the 2 characters that allowed you to have an insta burst at any point in time, which fully healed your team. So much.
Originally, I actually ran Jean with what was it again? Sack Sword, because I was a huge Sack Sword fanboy. Still am to a degree, but in the beginning I was like, oh, Sack Sword, like it can instantly reset your cooldown. Oh my god, this is so good. So I did run Jean with Sack Sword quite a bit until I finally transitioned her to what was it, Scoured Blade.
Okay. Now,
but she does just as well as Scoured Blade. So
nowadays we just fabge. Oh, it's all good.
yep, fabge.
Venti 999.
Yep.
I want to speed up a little bit because we
sure.
still actually not bad. We've gotten through a lot of your characters.
Yeah, we've gone through most of
actually,
the
we're going on pretty good speed. Pretty good speed, I would say. Because after this, I definitely want to go into your constellations at a more like fast pace, and then go through your builds at the same time.
Yeah, sure.
Because we definitely want to see how you built most of these characters, and then you, after that, you can invite me into the abyss with some stuff that you want me to try out, and they can be completely non-meta at all. So it just depends on your choice. So we have 999 on Xiao. He has no constellations, but he does have the. Oh yeah. So he was one of the few characters that had an R5 weapon.
Yeah. At the moment, I don't really know who I can give Primordial Jade Spear to. Primordial Jade Spear, for reference chat, is in the permanent weapon pool, so it can show up as an off rate up at any time. And so over the years, I just managed to naturally accumulate like 4 extra copies of
Okay,
Jade Spear.
so
So
you
I
just,
was like,
got it,
well, I'm not gonna
not
do
even
anything with
trying.
it.
Okay.
Yeah, like I'm not like at the moment, like none of my spear users really need Jade Spear. Like we don't
Yeah,
we don't
Jade
know from the
Spear's,
grapevine
yeah,
that
it's a
that
pretty
we
niche
don't know
weapon.
if Jade Spear is really being used by anyone else. So I was like, okay, I'll just R5 it. Sure, why not?
Fair enough. Yeah, it's one of those rare weapons that, like, because it requires a stacking feature, basically
mhm.
every single character that is not like Xiao will not use it that much because they want instant gain, right? A lot of characters want instant gain. They want to get off and on the field instantly with full value, and Jade Spear is not going to provide that much. Kazuha, so what weapon did you decide to run on him?
Freedom Sworn.
Okay, so do you have Zyphos Moonlight?
Yes, I do.
Do you prefer Freedom Sworn over Zyphos Moonlight?
I never used Kazuha with Zephos Moonlight to even know.
Do you just are you just Giga Chad like that? I think you're just Giga Chad.
Perhaps. The thought never crossed my mind.
Oh, the thought never crossed your
aware.
mind. Okay.
Yeah, I'm aware that yeah, Zephos Moonlight is actually really strong on Kazuha. I'm gonna run Freedom Sworn anyway.
Oh, okay, that's fair. I'm just, if you ever wanted a suggestion, Zyphos Moonlight would almost guarantee rotations that may be a little bit strict.
Oh, cool. I never noticed.
Oh,
because I don't need
it. So I realized that some of these weapons you probably don't care too much about. Oh, you have R3. So Zyphos Moonlight is one of those weapons that grants both the wielder and your party energy recharge based on your total elemental mastery, which is quite nice. So like if you are suffocating for energy orbs and you need that little boost, one person wielding Zyphos Moonlight can bump up everyone in the team by like 10 to 20%. And it'll give the main wielder about 50 to 70%. So.
Okay, good to know.
All right, Wanderer, Worm, 999. How did you already wait? What does he use if you 999 him? Wait, so you prioritized him earlier?
Because he was, I believe, Wanderer was the very first, one of the first characters to come out with the Summit boss, no?
Oh.
Or maybe he came out a little after. So yeah, he was the only, he with like maybe one other character was one of the only ones in the beginning, who needed this. So I was like, okay, I'll just give him to Wanderer for the time being. I also really like Wanderer. I do plan on giving Wanderer a more comprehensive artifact overview, because real quick, I believe Wanderer's ascension stat is crit rate, right? And I consider crit rate characters in Genshin to be very privileged, because they can start running if their artifacts have enough crit rate substats, you can start running non-crit rate circlets on them.
I would say that it's crit rate and crit damage both do the same thing. Oh, I see. So crit rate characters, it makes more sense for crit rate characters because they get extra crit rate, which is the most valuable stat when it comes to running non-crit mask, because usually you're starting.
Yeah, crit rate just makes artifact building way easier, in my opinion.
Okay.
If they just get free crit rate.
That's a little bit nuanced for chat if you guys didn't pick that up. It's different. Like you might think that crit rate and crit damage are the same value, but crit rate is more valuable because you almost will never cap 100% crit rate if you're running a non-mask. So crit rate being the ascension stat is a lot more valuable because it's the first one that prioritizes over crit damage, right? Like you can't crit without crit rate.
It's the man himself.
Triple crowning ass, or are you waifu only?
Waifu only. Crowns are reserved for my favorite waifu characters in the game.
Okay,
I respect Mr. Zhongli though, but he's plenty strong with 9129.
Fair enough. All right, Albedo, we're getting into some characters that probably have less lore value unless I bump into a magical. Well, this is C6, so what was the intention behind this?
Oh, I rolled for cookie.
That's like me. Okay, fair enough, let's move on. That is literally how I got my C6 Ito. Literally got it the same way.
Hey, C6 Ito bros.
Yeah, I
because
went
we rolled
from
for
C2
cookie
to
first.
C6 rolling for cookie. All right, we did mention this. We did reach this character. You already said that you triple crowned her. So was she the first?
Yes, sir. The very first triple crown.
Wow, you chose Mona as your first triple crown. So how do you build her?
I build her very weird, or definitely not meta. I build her 4-piece Heart of Depth.
Okay, so you're main DPS. So you're a cringe lord dash cancel for those extra damage charge attacks.
I actually don't even bother dash cancel. I just do full what is it?
Auto.
Full auto attacks.
Okay. Skyward Atlas alongside 4 Heart of Depth. Okay, fair enough. You like to see that? All right, Yelon. There's no way. Surely you triple crown her. Okay, you didn't.
Of course.
Fair enough. And she is only on. So she is C6 probably. But it seems like, so you're actually like efficient in terms of your like selection on like spending. You never go for an R5 5-star weapon, unless, is there an exception to that?
No, no exceptions. The only reason why is because only reason why that might be is because I just happen to have a lot of those weapons just kind of accumulate on my account.
Okay.
My personal philosophy is that character constellations are much more important than weapon refinements because character constellations actually alter character gameplay at certain levels. Whereas with our weapon refinements, yeah, sure, they'll pump up your damage numbers, but it doesn't change how the characters play.
If the YouTube frogs need any sort of like general recommendation, usually 5-star weapon refinements, each weapon refinement is only a 3% DPS gain. So typically from R1 to R5, you max gain 15% damage bonus, like damage output. Some weapons are obviously different because their buffs scale differently. Some like points to note is that like some of the weapons that give like a triple stat increase might be gaining a little bit more from Refinement 5, and those that gain like more than 100% or more than double the value might gain more than that. But in general, the 5-star Refinement weapon damage increase cap is basically limited to like maybe a C2 of a character at most. Oh, you triple crown Cog, and you see 6-star.
Yep. So this will be a recurring theme here.
Okay.
I'm sure we all remember back when Kokumi was first releasing. Kokumi can't crit, therefore she's bad.
Hey, listen, okay? I did say that I don't recommend people pull for her, but not because she couldn't crit. It's because her design was split.
I wasn't even trying to criticize you. I didn't.
I know. I just want to say this because I was one of those people that said I don't recommend pulling for Kokomi. The reason why I said that is because when I looked at her holistic design, it was split. Her split design was attempting to increase her DPS while removing her crit while having utility, and it made it was confusing to me at that time.
Okay. Gotcha. I just want to let chat know, this is definitely flex, but even back then, when we didn't know, when the community as a whole didn't know Coco's true potential or her future potential, I didn't care. I see 6-star and got her a donut anyway.
Based. Okay, moving on, chat. We're about to the tail end of the crown choices because you have a lot of crown choices, right? You used all your crowns.
Yes, sir.
Nahida,
every single crown is in the game.
No investment. Okay, fair enough. Nothing special with regarding Nahida. You just rolled her.
Yeah, just pure EM. Very simple.
Okay, pure EM, just broken. Candace. I almost expected you to triple crown her, but
I haven't actually triple crowned a 4-star, but there are a couple that I do seriously consider.
So
every triple crown has been 5 stars.
All right. So as of this current point, you have your sights are set on the 5 stars. Do you plan on 4-starring?
So if there comes a point where Genshin releases a couple 5-star characters, maybe I'm not really feeling too hot on. And I'm like in the very rare case where I'm like accumulating like crowns somehow, which I don't
which is impossible.
foresee. But just in the off chance that starts happening, then yes, I will look into crowning some 4-stars. I already have my first one, Rosaria.
Wow, that was instant.
Yep, Rosaria.
Is there a reason why Rosaria or just?
Well, first of all, she's hot. Second of all, she has provided so much utility to my team. Like she's probably one of my best built 4-stars.
Oh, okay.
And I have she's easy to use, very strong. Even outside, like she's strong in whatever role you put her in my opinion. And the way her artifacts built out, I guess I call it luck stacking if you want, but she's done work for me ever since she was ready to go for Abyss.
All right, fair enough. All right, last one. We actually managed to go through all of your characters. Dia is the last one, and is she going to be crowned?
Yes.
That was fast. Because I already saw this. I already know that you see 6-star. You see 6-star even fully knowing that she is She's actually pretty solid at C6, but at C0 she's got a little bit lacking.
Yeah, she's pretty rough. Not gonna lie.
She's got a little rough at C0.
She's rough around the edges, that's for sure.
Okay, all right. And your philosophy is constellations over weapons. We got a lot of interesting stuff here. Basically, every single character is as high talent as they can. You probably don't have any of these remaining.
Yeah. They're in short supply. I need more. Tell me Hoyo to start dropping me 3 instead of 2.
You know, maybe one day, Copium.
Yeah, one day.
Maybe one day. Before we get into the rest of Mr. Tuhu's characters, one thing that I think is worth pointing out, your exploration. So I believe that you have maxed your map out. And I typically don't show this in a review, but I think it's valuable because the map is so big now that it's worth showing dedication where dedication is met. So, Mondstadt, full 100%, very lovely. Dragon Spine is also 100%. Leah, also full 100%. You guys can fully see the chasm. The chasm right here, 100%. Inazuma, Narukami Island, 100%. Kanazuka, Yashiori, Watatsumi Island, all 100%. Serai Island, 100%. They have, in fact, unlocked the domain that I will never fucking unlock, but that will stay that way. Tsurumi Island. You're disgusting. You're actually so gross. Tsurumi Island, 100%. Alright, so they have Mondstadt, Leah, and all of Inazuma fully 100%. Sumeru, Loco Pala Jungle, Vanarana, Avidya Forest. Oh, you're not! You're not 100%. Okay, I thought you were.
Yep, because I believe those require. I think they require the Vanarana quests.
Yeah.
From the Vanarana book. I will get around to that eventually.
Okay, you will get around to that eventually.
Currently,
okay.
yeah, currently
so
my
97, 90, 91. Still very impressive. How about the desert? How about the desert?
Check it out.
Holy sh**. Land of the Lower Satek, 100%. Land of the Upper Satek, 100%. Hypo-style desert, 100%. How do you have this already 100? I have this at like
story,
10.
Man.
What the?
Just go through the story. It's not really that hard.
Holy sh**. Dude, are these rocks?
Yep. Those are most of the rock.
How do you have better
formations.
rock pins than I do? Oh my god,
Actually,
I need to
those are
learn
the
from
only
you.
rock-
There's no
no,
way that you have me bested on rocks.
The rock pins that you see in desert, those are the ones that only have 2 or more rock spawns. I don't tag the ones that only have 1, but I don't know if you tag like solo
I don't
rock
tag
spawn.
the shit ones either.
Yeah.
Your chasm.
Check it out.
You don't have any pins. You don't rock farm here, okay?
Oh no, I do. I just memorized
Oh,
them.
you do. Do you have Enka no Miya 100 too? You're disgusting.
Unlike most people, I think Enka is cool.
Okay, that's
It's
true.
a cool place.
The
but-
amazing thing is that you've dedicated so much time into this account that you have maximized exploration on top of being a legendary gacha gamer across like 6 to 7 games. People can't even do this with 1 game. Like me, Pepe La. I just wanted to show this earlier in the video, by the way, because I think it's worth mentioning that when we do review accounts, it's also important to showcase how invested they are with exploration. Because I honestly think that I can learn a thing or two from explorers. You probably know a decent amount about the lore because you care about that stuff too, right?
A little bit. No, I'm not too deep into it. I got like let's say I've got like my ankle down in the waters. But yeah, if I feel like the lore's interesting, I'll learn about that too.
That's fair. Okay, all right, chat. So I mean, it's the perfect time to get into the rest of the characters. Something that I think that I will not go through every single character here, but we are going to go through as many of the 5 stars as possible. And I want you to give me a little bit of like characters that you want to talk about, because we're gonna look at their weapon, their artifacts, their stats, and their constellations.
Sure, let's do it. Let's do it.
So who do you want me to start with? Are there any 4 stars in particular, maybe, that you want me to look at? I know Rosario.
4
for
stars.
Sure, but, like, besides that.
Let's see, Rosaria, because I plan to crown. I would like the crown.
You want me to
so we
start
can
with Rosario then? Okay, we can start
Yeah,
with
sure.
Rosario. All right, chat. So you guys have reached to this point of the video. Who's favorite characters, essentially, right? And how they're built. We did see that this Rosario was built Staff of Homa. There are artifacts. They're running 2-piece Noblesse, 2-piece Blizzard Destroyer. So it's not a committed 4-piece set, but I think this is the best of both worlds, right? You want to? I think you're probably just doing like generic DPS, not freeze DPS, not melt DPS, but could be either of those, but not particularly.
sandstorms behind.
Yes,
for
sir.
their life.
This is a given. You should have this C6 as a 4-star.
Yep.
With Staff of Homa, 71,200 with almost 2k attack. This recharge isn't a problem, right, for her?
Nope, not a problem at all.
Okay, this is the... I think one thing that we should mention. Hold on. I forgot to say this. This is very important. Chat. If you guys have seen some other account reviews, I want to tell you guys that Tuhu is one of those people that, just like CC-kun, but albeit slightly differently, every single character on Tuhu's account is built, but not just built, but properly built with abyssable setups. Like, if you were to use the character in the Abyss, it would perform just fine as they currently are in their current state right now. I don't need to change anything on their build. So that means no artifacts are being reused. He doesn't swap builds like some people would do if you're doing like Flora Tenacity or like EM build. Everyone is set in stone with what they have. And I think that's something that like a very few people can manage to do with this many characters. Anyways, let's keep moving towards the artifacts. It's a very nice, but not like super amazing, but like because you don't steal artifacts from, it's probably one of your strongest builds. Can you confirm, is this one of your strongest, or like is there someone stronger than this?
As far as 4-stars go?
Yeah.
A stronger build than Rosaria. I'd have to take a look at the 4-star list again.
Okay, because I'm wondering about like your Xiangling, for example. Did you make her broken?
Oh, my Xiangling is like pure stat-wise compared to my Rosaria. My Xiangling is trash. She's ass.
Okay. Yeah, you know, Xiangling doesn't need Giga artifacts.
Yeah, exactly. Xiangling, she doesn't need that. Like, she has, what, 50 crit rate right now and 150 crit damage? Yeah. I can throw her into Abyss right now and she'll do just fine. Okay.
That's fair. Totally fine. All right, how are your artifacts? 14 crit rate. All right, very nice. We like that. 25 crit damage, recharge attack, EM, attack timepiece with nice substats.
That's her best artifact.
With this on Rosaria.
Yes, sir. And that's her off piece.
With this on your Rosaria.
Yep.
Like, this is your best Cryo DPS.
I mean, that's probably one of the best pieces
I'm like
in my
just
account.
surprised because like, you know, you have Ganyu triple crown, you have Shen He triple crown, but you chose Rosaria to wield an almost 50 CD crown goblet.
Yes, sir. Because she was the one who got it first.
She was the one who got it first. Oh, the mentality of these players is just like commendable. You know, it's like once they get an artifact, you just never change. That's just so crazy.
That's
to me.
hers.
Man, because like I would switch it over just to flex, but like you're just like nope. Okay, that's beautiful to see. Very nice. That's actually insane. This is an insane piece. Okay, you know, now that we got into it, I must check Xiangling. I have to.
Okay, right? Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
All right, she is on Engulfing Lightning. She is on 4-piece emblem set. You already know this. She is definitely for sure C6. I mean, that's still fine. There's nothing wrong with this. And yeah, you're EM timepiece, right? Wait, no, you're not EM.
Actually,
timepiece.
no, not
you're
EM timepiece. She's on attack.
She has EM
she's on attack.
Right.
Yeah. One thing I will say about Xiangling is that I am degenning emblem domain, and Xiangling is among like 3 or 4 characters that I do want to give better emblem pieces to, because I do feel like it's been too long that I've neglected Xiangling's build. So I do finally want to give her a solid artifact stat line. Ideally, I just straight up give her like what 20% more crit rate, so she has an even 75 150. And if I can do that,
you said that so casually. You're just like, yeah, I'm just gonna give her 20% more crit rate. Just easy.
I just find the pieces.
Yeah, chat. Let me just give her 20% more crit rate for yeah. This is all good, man. So let's see all your pieces then. This is pretty solid. There is no crit rate on this, so you could get some off of that, but the crit damage is very nice, and the EM is very valuable there too. You have an attack percent timepiece, which is not the greatest, and you could get like 7 crit rate on this, 14 CV. You have a better power goblet than my entire account. Cool, that's very nice. Your mask is
mask is trash.
Okay, fair enough. I mean, she's still on a very solid build. And with Engulfing Lightning, she's actually... Do you find that your attack is overcapped a bit with Bennett? Oh.
I'm going to be honest, I don't really run Xiangling with Bennett all that much.
No, Chad,
like the last time in my recent memory that I've run Bennett with Xiangling was literally like 2 days ago when I was trying a mono Dehya Pyro build on floor 12. And that worked pretty well, actually. I don't really recall using Xiangling with Bennett because I never had to.
So Chad, there's one thing that like I think that we need to step away from when we look at Tuhu's account. Tuhu is a player that he understands that sure that there is a meta in the game, but the meta is too strong for current Abyss. So his builds, I'm guessing, are done with the idea that they are self-sustainable. Meaning that while he would prefer EM Timepiece on Xiangling, if he's not running with Bennett, if he's not doing Vaporize, it's gonna be shit. This build, if he does not change it, will work for both builds. I think that's his idea.
Yeah, just the overall philosophy behind artifact builds for basically almost every character. There are exceptions, of course, especially with Dendro characters. But the overall philosophy is that I want to be able to use any character in any team, and they should be able to work, no matter what. Just because I feel like it, not because of the meta. I mean, obviously, you know, if you want to go for meta, that's fine too. It's just that where my interests lie is I want to have fun with the game. Genshin's combat is extremely fun, and so I feel like personally, just personal opinion here, limiting myself to just a couple of meta characters is not how I want to play the game. And if I want to be able to run a really wacko team out there that no one runs, because why the hell would you run that? And I just want to do it, I should be able to. So almost every character on my account is built with that philosophy in mind. A solid generalist build where I can put them in any team and they should still be fine.
It's a rare mindset to have, but it's a very respectable way to play because like obviously like, you don't have any trouble with the Abyss, right? So you have the freedom to be able to do that. And with that being said, I think that like it's a very well-rounded build, right? You have that just right amount of attack percent. You do also have elemental mastery if you want to do reverse vape. Her crit rate could obviously be a bit better, but that's I think the only thing that's really lacking with her build, right? All right, so next character that you like to showcase. If no other 4 stars that you want me to showcase, you can go ahead and go through your 5-star list. 'Cause I'm sure you have a lot of things to say about your 5 stars.
Oh, do you want me to pick another 4-star?
Yeah, this is
Layla.
you're leading me through your character.
Oh shit. Okay, sure. Layla.
Layla! Man! Okay, Layla! Holy 45k HP. 45k HP Layla. Jesus. We have Key of Kajna suit, 4-piece Blizzard Shrayer, Constellation 6 of course, and her stat layout. Okay, so you have a crit because you're running
4-piece Blizzard,
right? Okay. So this is optimized. So tell me about Layla, because I don't actually know that much about her. She was actually one of those characters that I didn't have time to fully dive into. So.
Layla is another cryo shielder, just like Diona. In my opinion, her biggest utility is that she is just constant cryo. If you master her rotations, and assuming that she has good enough ER, which is, you know, it's very doable, she should just spam cryo application. So in my opinion, for freeze teams, Layla is definitely up there as a character you want to look into to build for a dedicated freeze team. She's sort of like Kokomi, I think.
Okay.
I could be wrong about this, but from my general impression, she's kind of like the cryo version of Kokomi if you only use Coco for Hydra application, if that's all you care about. Then Layla is that version, but just for cryo. So she's on the opposite end.
Okay. I was looking at your artifacts while you were talking about that, and I was very impressed because, for the most part, she's got very low amount of wasted stats, right? Like, you went triple HP, yet you're still able to maintain a decent level of crit rate and crit damage, assuming 4-piece Blizzard. When you look at this from the outside, obviously the crit rate is super low, but with 4-piece Blizzard, you are getting that additional 40%, right, with Frozen. So, minimum 64.8 against Frozen enemies, and then with double Cryo Resonance, you get an additional plus 15, so you're plus 55. So, yeah. Any other characters you would like me to go through?
Let's see, for the from the 4 stars. I guess we can go over Ningguang.
Okay. Oh, wait, that's not who I expected you to say. Ningguang. All right, what's so special about Ningguang for you?
Well, I mentioned Ningguang because do you remember a couple of Abyss cycles ago where people were kind of like right now, where people are kind of having trouble with the worm guy, the worm boss on Abyss 12?
Are you talking about Weenut or not Weenut?
Weenut, yeah.
Talking about Weenut.
Yeah, so I mentioned the previous Abyss because people also were like, I don't know, I ain't feeling the Geo.
Wait, are you
Wolf
talking
boss,
about Wolf
right?
Lord?
Wolf Lord.
Wait, not
So
Weena.
yeah. I was just comparing the Wolf Lord to the Worm guy.
Oh, okay.
Weena. Yep.
Okay, I'm really confused. Okay. So you're
Oh,
talking
I'll
about the
yeah.
Golden Wolf Lord.
Yeah, Golden Wolf Lord with Ningguang specifically because the context for that is people right now, players complaining about the Weena boss. It really reminds me of how a couple Abyss cycles ago when we had Geo Wolf boss in Abyss, people were also complaining about Geo Wolf boss.
Okay.
Whoever pays
Yeah.
the most is your
So
boss.
I bring up Ningguang as a PSA for people who do have Ningguang to please level your Ningguang. She is very useful against Wolf boss.
I see. Okay. Constellation 6, of course, a 999. You have 2-piece Archaic Petra. Like almost an unknown artifact set at this point. Memory of Dust as well. Okay. 62.9, 139 crit damage with a little bit of recharge. Okay, so as you guys know, since Ningguang does not have a crit ascension and she doesn't have a crit weapon, you are not going to be able to get further than 70, 140 unless you're giga strong on your artifacts. So this is already plus 57, plus 90, right? So we're looking at like a 1.4 here, or almost 1.5 here. And it doesn't look that strong, right? Chat's like, whoa, wait, that crit damage kind of too low. Because you guys are too jaded off of super high crit damage, crit rate, weapons, and ascension stat. Ningguang will not be able to access that if she's running a non-crit weapon.
The
Okay?
desert's
Just making
a tough adversary,
making that clear.
but at
Let's see
least
your
it doesn't
artifacts.
hide anything.
That's actually a very nice
What you
artifact.
see is
That's a
what you
4
get.
line with
And
a
whether you
double
take on the
attack roll.
challenge is
That's a
entirely
little
up
dead,
to
but that's okay.
Yeah.
You, nice piece. Nice gladiator piece, man. That's really cool. Nice goblet, bro. That's really cool too. And then, oh, so you do have a decent amount of ER on her. That's fair.
Yeah. In my opinion, Ningguang needs at around like her current ER at 38% is about the perfect threshold for her at C6 to be able to loop her ult perfectly.
Wow. How optimized are you? You're giga optimized. Okay, very nice. Very cool. I am also finding it a little, I'm just smiling because like every character that we've seen has some artifact that just like, I don't have, but that's okay. All good. Who else would you like me to showcase? I kind of want to look at Wet. If you don't know who Wet is, chat will remind you who Wet is.
Oh boy, chat, enlighten me. Who is Wet? Oh, Xingqiu, of course. Sure,
I
you
just
can
wanna
go ahead
see.
and look at Xingqiu. Oh, Xingqiu. Haha. Yeah, sure, you can go again take a look at him.
R5 Sack Sword. Okay, so you're doing this because if you place him on any sort of team comp, you will never have an energy issue with Sack Sword.
Yep.
Savage is obviously a
exactly.
more tuned choice, but that depends on specifically. True. Okay, 4-piece emblem. We love that. Sack sword. Stat-wise, 52, 117. Okay, so he's suitable. He's not like super strong, but he's like useful.
He's not super strong, yeah.
Okay.
His previous, or the first build that I
My
gave him
people
was,
are
I believe,
used to
2-piece
desert
Noblesse,
life.
2-piece Hydro.
But
That with
still,
that set, he
I
actually
hope that
had
one
pretty
day
good
they'll be
stats.
able to
If I
find
recall
ways to
correctly, he had
survive.
around
Leave
70,
the
140,
sandstorms
or
behind
75,
for their
150.
life.
I forget exactly what. But I was like, well, 4-piece utility is just way too good on him because he just synergizes way too well with it. So I did make the transition. Still working on getting him a better. Like Xingqiu's one of the characters along with Xiangling, whose artifacts I do want to revise. But even with this, like for my purposes, he's perfectly fine.
So what's going on here, bro?
66 ER.
What is going on with 266% ER? What the f? Is this just ER timepiece? Oh, but you have
Yep.
30
ER,
additional
ER,
substats.
ER.
16% ER there, and 13% ER there. Sack Sword gives 61%, which is is Sack Sword higher? No, Fab Sword is also 60%, right?
I think so. I think both the swords are identical.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's cool. All right, so
Yeah, check Chongyun real quick.
Chong Yun. These are some oddballs that I do not expect you to name. Okay, Chong Yun. He has a
We
lot of
mercs
attack.
have
Is he on
one
Wolf's
simple
Gravestone?
rule.
Oh, he's on
Yes,
Wolf's
sir.
Gravestone.
Pays the most.
2 Blizzard, 2 Crowd, just like your Rosaria. Okay. Total stat layout 60, 116, 130, 61 Crowd. Okay, not like insanely
Yeah,
strong.
not uber Chongyun,
Right,
but
but you wanted to tell me something about him.
just that even with these stats, he performs perfectly fine. It's probably I think most of it comes from his weapon being Wolf's Gravestone. I think because him having thick attack, I think for my purposes anyway, benefits him a lot. Maybe chat has some differing opinions on that.
2.6k attack on Chongyi is fucking a lot of attack.
But
you don't have any
yeah,
energy issues because he's 40 cost, right? Because he's really cheap.
Yeah, he's super cheap. He doesn't need any recharge at all, so pretty much. Like as long as you stick him in a double crowd team, yeah, you don't need to worry about energy recharge at all.
All right, I think it is about time to move to the 5-star characters. But before we do that, let's take a little bit of a skim on the remainder of the characters, not going too much into detail. We have Amber with elegy for the end on 4-piece Noblesse. She is not even C6. I'm actually kind of surprised.
Oh, because I don't really roll Wanderlust.
Oh,
all the constellations on Amber, I've gotten from Starglitter.
Oh! You don't
the
really
past few
roll the Wanderlust.
Nope.
Can I check how many summons you have over there then?
Sure, yeah. You can go ahead.
If you don't roll this... Wait, you only have 11? Where'd they go?
I do roll them, but only when I get them. I don't like use Primo Gems to roll Wanderlust. That's what I meant.
I was gonna say, because I was under the impression that you just never rolled this, so maybe you had like 200 stacked there. I got baited.
Yeah, sorry for baiting.
No problem. So, Amber. Totally functional, as long as she's able to burst, that's really all that matters.
Yep,
Perfectly
she's
fine.
pure support.
Okay. Bennett, are you ever anticipating C6ing him?
People have asked me that on stream, actually. At this point, I actually could C6 Bennett just for the memes. In the beginning of the game, right, the first year or so, C6ing Bennett was a legitimate problem because we just didn't have as many characters back then.
Right.
Nowadays, over the years, miHoYo has released, miHoYo has released more and more characters who have innate resistance to elemental override effects like C6 Bennett. So nowadays, like I could probably C6 Bennett and won't like seriously impact how I play the game. I just keep him on C5 for now, just because C6 Bennett still ruins Eula physical teams. So if there's ever a time where I actually do want to run Eula physical and I do want to run Bennett along with them, then that's what he's there for.
Every option open.
Yeah,
Even
every
if it
option.
might not ever happen, you still want to keep it open.
Yeah.
Keela Favonia for maximum base attack, 4-piece Noblesse, standard stuff. Don't care about crit, you just want his utility to be up as much as possible. So you're going for maximum utility. Like the design of the character is meant to have burst up. That is what we're going with here. Chat asked for this, and I'm curious. Do you want me to spend these 10 summons over here on this and see if I get you, Amber?
Bro,
if you don't want me to, that is okay. You can save it for your own stuff.
Yeah, you can roll them right now. It's just traditionally, I've never really gotten story locked characters from Wanderlust. I've tried.
Change that.
I've tried, man.
All right, it's time to change that.
All right, let's go.
4-star. I don't even. Do you have balls and do you have Lisa at max con?
No, not even. They're not even max con either.
Surely I'll get one, right, guys?
Surely. Kopi.
Surely. Get one. It's okay, guys. It's fine. It's fine. He's not even. It's fine. Okay, I just wasted set.
Surely.
Man, okay.
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay, Xinyan. So you do have her C6. She is on a usable stat. I'm actually curious. You do have Redhorn on her? Redhorn. Your C2 build.
Yep, C2 build.
C4?
I think that
it's C2 or C4. I don't remember which one.
C2. Yeah, C2.
Okay. So for the typical Xinyan builds, you're bursting on cooldown.
Yes, sir.
If you can, and you're getting 100% crit rate on her burst, you just ignore crit rate.
It's all about a burst. I honestly believe that Xinyan is best built for C2 memes, where she just goes in swinging with burst and just do mass critted physical damage.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
All right, Yemfei. Lost Prayer, 4-piece Crimson. You going for DPS, not Tank Fei here. Oh, the crit ratio is nice. It's fairly solid. I don't think we need to go into details here. Toma.
Nice, solid.
I have a little bit of EM, but he's mostly ATP based. He is Skyward Spine.
I think out of all the 4-star characters, I think my Toma is the weakest built. I don't think I've ever changed his original artifact set, so his stats are.
I mean, he's
suspect.
he's meant for a shield the way that you built him, and that's perfectly fine because as he was released, we did not have Dendro related stuff, so it's.
I will change him. He's kind of lower priority, but I do eventually want to go back and revisit it as artifact set and give him something a little more up to date, a little more modern. So yeah.
What does modern mean?
I'll probably just use it for pyro application.
Pyro application?
Yeah.
Well, pyro application is typically for EM.
For EM? All right.
When you mention that, right? Because like when you think about Toma and you said I want to use Toma for pyro application, well, his pyro application is best suited for Burgeon, right? Because he applies pyro on waves fairly quickly against the dendro cores, right? That's where if that's what your intention, because otherwise his pyro application it doesn't do much damage, right? His shielding is based off of HP. So if you care about the pyro application, it would be Burgeon.
Okay. I've been accidentally running Burgeon teams with because in my current party that I have right now it has what Dehya and Nahida. So yeah.
Team call.
Very weird.
What is Dia, Candice, Nahida, Kokomi?
I don't know, but I like this character, so I run
This makes no sense at all. Okay, you level 90 your Barbara. He's on Thrilling Tales. 4-piece, you actually have a working 4-piece maiden set.
Yes, sir.
That is enough of this character. I am moving on. Thank you for your sharing. Kale. Your Kale has 2,000 attack. 4-piece Deepwood. He is Constellation 6. You don't have any problems with this recharge on her burst?
Surprisingly, no. Surprisingly, no. As long as you run double Dendro, she honestly should be fine.
The desert's a tough adversary.
I don't use Kale that much except when she was released and like.
Yeah, I thought that would have been a little too low too, but so far as I've used her, she has no problems. Yeah.
Well, if that's it's for your use case, right? If it has no problems.
Yeah,
for
my
use
use
case,
case.
totally fine. Yao Yao! One of the best 4-stars that we've been released today. She is yes.
Yes.
Finally.
Badge.
Fab. The first
Finally.
Fab that I've seen on the account. Yes, and it's on a character who definitely utilizes Fab very well. Okay. Good enough crit rate, energy recharge has no problem, and super tanky. Okay. Do you ever plan on like using her on a Nilu comp and running a little bit hybrid on the Elemental Mastery or no?
I probably wouldn't change any of their artifacts, but I'm not against running Yao Yao and Nilo and see how that works.
Okay. Lisa. We did see Kagura's Verity on her. She is 2 Thundering, 2 Noblesse. Damn, you're 1 off on both Amber and Lisa.
Yep,
Shit,
1 off.
I couldn't have gotten either one. Dash. Okay, I'm curious. Your Lisa should be like Abyss ready, right?
Technically, she is. Yeah.
She is known to have recharge problems. Okay, you have a decent amount. Okay. Crit rate is a little bit lacking.
Yeah, I would like to get at least her to like 60 crit rate for me to feel like, okay, like I'm comfortable taking to Abyss. Ideally 70%, but as of right now, she's still okay.
I'm actually impressed that you have 67 recharge with no emblem pieces and no main stat.
Yep.
It's actually quite impressive. You have Electro Goblet. You have recharge. You have decent attack as well. I'm like curious how your artifacts are laid out. So every piece is double crit recharge. Every piece is double. Every piece is double crit recharge.
Oh, I have her skin. I prefer original though.
Oh, you prefer her original? That's I think that most of chat prefers her. I like this one more, but yeah, this is your personal preference. Interesting. Is there a reason why you like this one more?
Booba.
Honest man. All right, let's move on. All right, Razor. Ooh, I did not look at your battle pass weapons. Is this the only one that you have at R5 or?
I'm working on getting every single battle pass weapon to R5. Okay, currently, I'm working on Viridescent.
Got it. I'm like, I think I should be finishing in like. I'm not actually sure. I might be a bit far away because I'm going R6 on everything. Not that anyone asked, but you know.
All right, yeah.
Alright. Oh, you have 4-piece Pale Flame. You actually completed a decent 4-piece Pale Flame set.
Decent. I think.
Okay. Is a good enough, I suppose.
Yeah, good enough. Yeah. What are his other? Because I don't know Razor very well. I will admit. I don't know what his other really good artifact sets are.
Oh no, it's literally just
I remember.
4-piece Pale Flame is his best.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's what I figured.
I think that obviously if you wanted to meme, but memeing would mean you'd have to completely change his artifacts.
Yeah.
You can see someone just got timed out of my chat because he's really wanting to mention this. Yeah, if you did use Thundering Fury on your Razor, he can turn into a different type of monster than you would normally
Is this kind of like
expect.
the legendary 4-piece Thundering Fury Kazuha build I've heard about?
Yes, it's related to those builds. If you've seen like
I
the
see.
chef video, he
Yes,
educates
I
me
think
on
I've seen
these
them.
things.
Mhm.
So just doing those particular builds though might need a little bit of a different investment. Like
Okay.
or for EM Razor, he does need to utilize an infusion, and that infusion would come from Bennett. So I mean,
Yep.
you need to C6 Bennett to have Pyro Infusion Razor to do dendro-related reactions, and we said E a shit ton, but. Beto. Oh, she's missing an artifact.
Yeah, I've been working on Beto's artifacts, and those goddamn emblem pieces just won't show up. Previously, actually, this is very recent that I swapped Beto to 4-piece emblem. Previously, I was running her on a dedicated parry build with 2-piece Glad, and then, what was it, 2-piece Thundering Fury.
Okay.
Because at the beginning of the game, Beta was one of my favorite characters because of the parry mechanic.
Right, she was, she was very popular because of her unique mechanic that I wish would, get a little bit more, like, those unique mechanics are fun to play with, but Flavors hasn't really, like, done much with them.
Yeah, I mean, they've released some parry characters afterwards, like, for example, the two that I know of it are Yunjin and Candace.
Yeah, Yunjin and Candace are both tap, or if you get contacted
tap or
on
hold,
tap, it max charges your...
I think I still have Beto's parry. Actually, do I? Maybe I've given them to other characters. So
I think we are going to need to skip forward a little bit because I did not realize we've been actually holding
we spent a lot of time on the 4 stars.
So unfortunately, chat, we're gonna have to skip through the rest of the 4 stars as of the current moment and move on to some very high-profile 5 stars that you would personally like to talk about.
Sure. Let's start with Shenhe. Because she's gonna have a dinner soon.
Okay, I think you can just direct me. I'm not going to look at any 5 stars that you're not gonna mention because there's no reason to. So you just tell me what characters that you want to show to everyone. Okay. And then we'll go from there. All right, Shenhe. You really like her. You did C6 her fully. She does have her signature Calamity Queller and 2 Shimano, 2 Gladiator, so attack oriented. Her attributes: 3.2k attack. Oh, you did. Okay. You have the best of all worlds. You have almost a beautiful crit damage build for DPS Shenhe. Okay. So, artifact details. I'm actually curious about this because there should be some strong artifacts, right? You did not run attack percent main stat here. I'm guessing this is attack percent. This is attack 35 crit damage. Very nice. That's a perfect piece. You just got that recently. And this one could...
Yeah, technically speaking, the flower could use some improvement, but it started as 3-line, but it rolled everything else into crit and energy recharge, and that was exactly what my Shenhe needed at the moment because it was her last artifact piece that I was working on. So I was like, well, this is perfect for her. Yeah, it's a very nice looking 70 145. So I was like, well, I guess I can get a better one, but for now it's excellent.
So how would I'm curious of your opinion on this, and you may not know about this, but what would your opinion be if you ran an Engulfing Lightning instead of Calamity Queller on Shenhe?
Engulfing Lightning?
Right. So the reason why is because Engulfing Lightning is lower base attack and does not have attack percent, but compensates for this by converting her recharge into more attack, while also granting you a bunch of recharge.
Okay. The only reason why I'm against it is because that would involve having to give up one of my Engulfing Lightnings to Shenhe, and no one else can use. I don't know if I can use Calamity Queller on anybody else.
Okay, fair enough.
Because Calamity Queller I'm pretty sure it's like really geared for Shenhe specifically, right?
It is.
So yeah, that would involve me swapping weapons, and you know how I feel about that.
Okay. I have a curious. Do you DPS Shenhe and do you use it with Chongyun or no?
I can, and I have.
Okay. It's just
my most common Shenhe cryo pair is Shenhe Ganyu, the class.
Oh, Shenhe. Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
And she does a lot of damage on her own. I'm not gonna lie. So even with this current build, so yeah.
For Ganyu is very nice for spamming normal charges without worrying about that. Constellation 4 is more stacks, and then cryo crit damage, and then use of more ease. So. Okay, next character?
I mean, we can go... Oh, Yelan. Yeah, let's go with Yelan.
My favorite. Wow.
Yep.
She is such a cool character. Wouldn't you agree, Tuhu?
Yes, totally. No bias here, no sir.
Yeah, man. Yelan is such a cool character. You have a R1, a C6, you know, triple crown, you know. Oh, okay. So you went with the alternative build.
But at least
Yep.
it doesn't
So
hide
you went with the
it.
C6 alternative 4 Heart of
See is
Death
what
build,
you
which
get.
focuses more
And
on
whether you
barb
take
shot
on the
damage
challenge
rather than
is
burst damage.
entirely up
Yes.
to you.
Is there a reason why you went for this? Did you not want to take more emblem pieces away?
No, I just wanted to build a 4-piece art.
Oh, you just wanted this.
Yep,
Okay,
I just
interesting.
wanted this.
All right,
Because when I read,
stats-wise. Oh, come on. What is this crit rate? Oh, I'm pained seeing that crit rate.
do check her circlet though.
You also have an H goblet?
Yes, HP gobble. I cannot for the life of me find a good hydro damage cup.
Oh, sad. So you
all
are
my
no
luck went
hydro
into
goblet game.
no hydro cup. Yep.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Sad.
I also don't have great ones, but I do have usable ones, so
Yeah.
that's a little bit small.
All my luck went into cryo cups clearly.
Recharge-wise, is this okay for you? Because usually I would not be approving of a 122 recharge, especially considering you're running 4 Heart of Depth. How does this feel?
Surprisingly, yes, I don't have a problem with Yelan's energy recharge being as low as 22.
What do you typically run her with? Always double hydro?
No, in fact, a lot of the teams that run Yelan she's the only hydro on the team.
You really don't have any recharge problems?
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay.
Maybe I'm just tuning out the times where Yelan just kind of doesn't get her burst up
I'm
in
actually
time.
curious. Okay.
People are
To
used to
circle
desert
it.
life.
I'll go through the other pieces first.
Okay.
This one, low roll crit damage, but overall very nice. That one's a very nice piece. Everything that she needs. That one is as good as it can be. That is hydro. Okay, you don't have hydro goblet. You already mentioned that. And circlet. There ain't no way you're running triple damage. Can you run crit rate, please, just so your crit rate's not? Are you like? I get it. Okay, like you have a really nice piece, and like I would really like this, and that'd be really cool. But like for the sake of your own build, can you switch this to crit rate so that you're at 80%? It's actually so much better. I know you want to flex, but it's so much better if you run crit rate here.
I've been told, yeah.
But you don't care.
Nope. Let's see. We can look at another Hydra waifu, Mona. My first triple crown.
Oh, okay, Mona. Mona with Skyward Atlas R3, 4 Heart of Death as well, and obviously we know C6 and Triple Crown. Tuhu's first Triple Crown character.
The desert's a tough adversary. Then
That is a very nice
what you
crit
see
damage
is what you
ratio.
get. And whether you
for
take
Mona,
on the challenge is
because
entirely up to you.
You do not have a crit-based weapon here, and so this is strictly off of this. Is actually this is strong, is it not? Oh, that's your best build. Oh, that's by and far your best build. That is the first 1.8 that I've seen. No.
I think out of all the characters, Mona is definitely up there in my top 3 most invested, yeah. Or the amount of time that I spent getting Mona's pieces as she currently is.
Okay. Got
Some
4
of them
line
still
there
need
with the
work,
dead defense roll. Got 4 line there with the dead defense roll.
Yep.
We got 3 line. 3 line, but perfect subs. Actually, perfect subs. Besides the HP.
Yeah.
That's disgusting. 4 line, but high roll 4 line with a dead defense roll, and it's 45 CV.
And I think I got that cup like very early on in Genshin. Like it was one of the, I think it was one of the very first like Giga Chad artifacts that I ever got, and it's been on my Mona ever since. Never moved.
How much defense do you have on her? You
Not
almost
sure,
have
quite a lot,
1,000
apparently,
defense.
yeah. Tanky Mona on accident, apparently.
Wow. Okay, yeah, this is your best build by far. I mean, it's. Did she do a lot of damage?
Compared to the more modern characters, no, not really. With no dedicated attack buffers, when she uses her 4-piece effect where she pops her skill first and starts auto attacking,
yeah.
I think the most I've seen her auto attacks do is like maybe 7 or 8k, and this is not talking about her charge attack damage though.
Okay. So this is not vaporized either.
To the desert life.
Nope, this is a pure DPS DPS focused Mona.
Oh, they creep. They power creep.
sand
It's okay.
storms
It's
behind
okay,
you.
Mona. You
I
were
don't-
meant to just be a burst DPS character anyway, but
Yeah.
some people love you very much, so that's how it is. All right, next character.
Let's check out Kecking. I think I managed to recently switch her to a 4-piece Thundering Fury build.
That is
Sorry,
true. This
not-
is a 4-piece
yeah.
Thundering Fury. Okay. All right, Miss Splitter and Triple Crown. Of course, we know this. She is Constellation 6. 53, 250. All right, you are abusing her passive of plus 50%.
Yes, sir.
Abusing
Abusing
I would
it.
like more crit as close to 85 as possible, but we're not gonna do
for
that.
100%. Yeah.
All right. Artifact-wise, Thundering Fury. That's pretty strong, Thundering Fury. What do we got on the stats? That one, it looks pretty good, but it just misses crit rate on it.
Yeah.
This
And
was
one dead roll
7.8 crit. It
into.
looked great.
Yeah, one dead roll into attack.
This one could improve. But at least you got usable pieces, right? Oh, that's nice. I don't think I have anything like this. Actually, maybe I do. I don't actually remember. That's a 40. Electro damage bonus goblet. The crit damage low.
Yeah.
Okay, overall the artifacts are nice though. Agreed.
Anybody else? Oh, Candace.
Right.
Up at the top.
So you
Yeah,
said
she's
your
on.
Candace was Staff of Homa. She's C6. 4 emblem Candace.
Yeah, ideally, I want her to have a little more energy recharge. She's a little lacking in that department.
Interesting.
But
Burst
for
damage is
now,
very
I
limited,
think,
though, you know
yeah,
that, right?
yeah.
'Cause it's only when
for-
she switches to characters and she does a splash.
I
I mean, her
still want
stats
to
are
get a
very
little more
nice.
energy
I like her
so,
stats
yeah.
a lot, and she has a very great amount of HP. But like typically when I see DPS Candace attempts, right? Usually it's either trying to vaporize her normal charge attacks, or you're trying to use massive E plunges. So like those are the two main sources of her damage because they are. One is attack scaling, right? Her normal attack, charge attack, but her E is HP scaling. C6 does burst damage, but does it do enough?
Whoever pays the most.
Yeah.
I don't know. If
Does it though?
right?
Yeah, I don't know either.
So,
Candace is still.
I mean, 50% of her max HP whenever you switch around, it's like not bad. But then her E is charge up is 30. Actually, it is a decent amount. If you consider like multiple swaps, it's actually a decent amount. All right, very nice build, Mr. Duo. Can I see your Yoimiya?
Passion Impact. Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Your Yoimiya, I absolutely adore Yoimiya. You did triple crown her.
Yay. Yep.
You did C6 her. She does have Thundering Pull. She is for Shimanawa. Her artifacts aren't the strongest though. Do you use her that much?
Oh yeah, I use her all the time. My favorite
Oh.
team right now is Yelan, Yoimiya, Zhongli, and Bennett.
Interesting. Okay. Didn't do double Hydra on that comp. You opted for Bennett instead. Okay. So the artifacts are like this is like an average Yoimiya, you know? Like it's
Yeah,
not
this
something
is-
super flex worthy, but it's like totally relatable, and Chad could totally achieve this type of build. I'm actually glad that you didn't show me something like a 90 crit rate, 240 crit damage, because then I would have lost my mind.
Oh,
Okay.
and part of the reason for that is actually because for up until like a month ago, I've been running my Yoimiya on 4-piece Pyro instead, or 4-piece
Oh,
Crimson.
okay.
I just didn't have the time or the resources to really start switching her over to 4-piece Shimanawa. It was only recently that I was like, wait a minute, like I managed to roll 4 Shimanawa pieces. Let's just throw them on there and see how it goes. And like it just kind of worked out. Like her stat line just seemed pretty similar to what she was working before. So I was like, okay, I guess I made the transition just kind of accidentally.
Makes sense.
So yeah,
I can see
technically her
you
4-piece,
making a major pyro damage upgrade at some point here, right? Because this is her offset and it lacks crit rate, which I think that this build would need.
Yep.
Oh, one day when you get that, I assume that if you had it, you would have used it.
Use what?
Pyro damage goblet. Like, do you have any? How many do you even have?
Oh yeah. Actually, check. I may have some spare.
Do you
Some
want to
spare
use this
ones.
one? Man,
Oh, you think that one actually? You think that one's actually better?
absolutely.
With the crit
the
rate?
10 crit rate is infinitely more valuable than any other line on this because she's on Shimanawa. She doesn't need recharge, and this also has EM on it.
Cool. I'm trying to think who was using that
This
one.
is unlocked
before.
as well. So were you even planning on feeding it?
Actually, no. I was probably just gonna keep. I just forget to lock my artifact sometimes.
Oh, okay. I'll lock this then.
Why do I remember that used to be Yoimiya's old pyro? No. That
did you
can't be.
do?
It has to be someone. This is the problem with giving everybody their own artifacts, is because you tend to forget who they came from.
So
Where
I
did
mean,
I get this artifact?
I'm just saying it's not used
Yeah.
by anyone, and it would
Yeah,
be a
not
direct
used by
upgrade
anyone?
for her. So
Let's
I
see.
don't.
So she would lose 200.
You want to see?
So she'd get
Look,
like
so,
80%.
Yeah,
crit rate?
this recharge line is not a waste. You're not losing anything here. You're losing 7 crit damage while gaining 10 crit rate. You have 70 crit rate right now. 10 crit rate is massively more important than 8 crit damage because you're at 220. The EM you're only dropping by 17. It's not a loss.
Okay, sure, let's do it.
All right, chat. There you go.
Throw that
I fixed
bad
the
boy in
account.
Fix the account. All right,
Okay,
chat.
no, but
Time
seriously,
to go
though,
home.
like this is a lot more consistent, and I think the
All right.
overall average DPS does increase with it. All right, very nice.
the
I just
account.
wanted to point
Let's
that
go
out
home.
because I was like, you know, I haven't actually checked your artifacts to see if you had any better, but this is definitely a clear upgrade. So yeah.
We mercs
Okay.
have one simple rule. Whoever
Dia.
pays the most.
Did you invest in her already?
Only lightly.
Okay, so she's not like super broken, even though
Yeah,
she's
not super busted at the moment.
Okay. Oh yeah. Okay. Her artifacts are not like.
Yeah,
her
they're
build is,
not like.
okay. You
like,
are
I
gonna
was-
not be happy with this, by the way.
Yeah, no. Oh,
And
actually, with
I
60
am going to forcibly change something because you're running a tag here.
Sure, yeah.
And
What you got?
Yeah. So C1 makes attack timepiece or attack main stat for that matter worse than HP percent, just straight up altogether.
Ah, okay.
C1 improves the HP efficiency to 120% of an attack goblet. At C0, attack goblet is 65% better, so
Okay.
that's fair. But with C6, here's the thing. Your HP is 39k. You don't need to run at HP here. You'd better
My
actually
people are
run
used to the desert
energy
life,
feature.
but still,
Probably notice
I
a
hope that
much
one
bigger
day
game.
they'll
Do you
be able to
have?
find an oasis of their
Wow!
own and leave
Look
the
who
same
has really good recharge emblem pieces that are for some reason not used on anyone. That's so strange.
Oh, I got that one literally I think a week and a half ago, or not even a week and a half ago, a week
suck
ago.
on this, because that's really cool, man.
These?
Your right is not even using this. All right, I'll switch it on. Okay. Your Dia build just got significantly better.
Nice.
Your recharge actually is like totally like usable right now.
Mhm.
What's your ride? I just need to see, dude. What's your ride and build?
Not.
Wait, she's
I don't
actually
think the
good.
strongest. Yeah, not the
You're
strongest.
using an
no.
off piece?
Desert's a
Oh
tough
man, I
adversary.
can't.
But at least it doesn't hide.
Oh, this guy has such the
What you
luxury
see is
of
what
not
you
even
get.
using onset.
Whether you
That
take on
is
the
how
challenge
privileged you
is
are, huh?
entirely up
You
to
have the full luxury of rolling actually a super good ride-in build, by the way. It's 1.7. And aren't you special? Oh, f you. What is this? What? What is this? 45? 4 line? You actually unironically have 78.5 crit on your build. It's actually so disgusting. This game is so unfair. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know
Can
what to
I
say.
take a look at something else, by the
My
way?
people are used
Oh
to
yeah,
the
sure,
desert
go for it.
life.
Because two-piece
But still,
gladiator is not
I hope
as
that one day
strong.
they'll
So
be
if
able
we
to
can
find
actually
an oasis
connect
of
the
their
emblem
own
pieces
and
here,
leave the
you will actually
sandstorms
notice
behind for
a
better
greater
life.
overall
Oh,
utility
so
for your
four-piece
build.
emblem really is her just straight up
Yes,
best build. then.
yes. Even at C6,
okay.
four-piece emblem is just straight up her best. All right. Do you have anything that's meaningful? Let me first check your power damage goblet because this was not like that amazing.
Yeah, not the best. It's a I think my D-Luke used to have that. So it's definitely a hand-me-down artifact. Artifact.
You want that crit rate, so I don't think I'll be able to change this. You don't have an onset emblem, so that's fine. Emblem of Severed Fate. You are currently using. Let's see. So that's almost identical. I'm gonna switch this right away because it is
Alright,
already
sure.
a game. Oh, that's the only one you have. Oh, that's perfect. Perfect swap. Hey, chat, look at that. We're done. Ah.
Yay!
Well, we're not done.
chat. We can go
Ideally,
home.
you would go 4-piece emblem, but now your Dia is
yeah.
actually like, it looks impressive. 40k HP, a very nice HP amount. The crit rate's 80, 160, it's almost 1 to 2, and your recharge went from 116 to 182. I just fixed your Dia. Like, just straight up. Like, your Dia will probably feel a lot easier to use now.
Yay!
Okay. We actually saved the account, chat.
We
Fuck.
saved the account.
All right, so chat, that is the whole character layout of this beautiful account from Mr. Tuhu. How about this? I think what I
let's
really
see.
want to try out here
Yeah,
is
sure.
I want to try out your Shenhe, but I
Sure.
want you to tell me how I would use Shenhe. Like, what team comp should I be using with your Shenhe? If she's, because she's C6 and she's actually built in such a way that like she can be a DPS herself. What would you recommend running?
My most reliable Shenhe team is Shenhe Ganyu. Shenhe Chongyun could work well.
Alright,
Here,
any
at least
other,
it
any
should,
other,
yeah.
do you want me to just like mono cryo?
I'm actually kind of curious as to how that'll work. So yeah.
Because
go
I mean,
for
I'm
it.
gonna just do Shenhe, Chongyun, Kazu, and then Layla.
Sure.
I mean, we don't
Let's
have
do that.
healing, but Layla's the shield here.
Yeah.
It'll be an interesting sort of team comp. I'll probably start the rotation with Layla's shield to buff, and then I'll set up Chongyun E, sword with Kazu, and then let Shenhe do something. That probably will be ideal, right? First half for the Frostfall. We'll probably want some power here to destroy it, right?
Yep.
Who do you want? We want to test out your Dia now? Maybe.
Yeah, sure. Let's test out Dehya.
If we want to test out Dia, who are we running? Because we did use Kazuha, and unfortunately, Kazuha is one of her best teammates.
Yeah, best ones.
If that's the case, we might just remove this. But what would you like?
How do you feel about using Dehya Sucrose? I don't know. I just know that.
What is that?
I just know that Sucrose kind of has Kazuha's EM.
Okay. You know what? How about this? I am going to veto that. I'm not using Sucrose in the Dia con, okay? We're gonna change it up. Chat, we're gonna revisit a team con that you guys know very well. Let's do Forward Melt Dia, because it doesn't use Kazuha. And guess what we can use? We can use your Pride and Joy Rosaria, alongside the lovely Balls. Okay? And then we can use Bennett. Okay? These are team comps that I'm totally comfortable running, so like there's no... Yeah, I just want to see. Okay, so you are R1 on your weapon, but you're C6, right? So we're gonna Bennett first because we want Rosaria to actually have a buff and damage. So let's do. Oh wait, it's different. I forgot it's not the Ruin Guard. All right, Rosaria, how much damage do you?
Bloom as the flowers in Gurabard.
Sorry, I paused the rotation because like she did like 60k with
Rosaria chance, right?
Wait, actually fucking shitting them. We might not have a little bit of energy. We might have a little energy problems. Wait, Yukai is running Summit Shaper.
Oh yeah, yep.
Wait. Can I change this, please, one time? Please let me change this one time.
Sure.
Okay. Chat, I know this is illegal to do on an account that says they don't swap anything, but just one time, let me fab.
Please
let me fab.
Forgive me, Master, but
okay,
I must go
must fab here.
Just this once.
Okay, just once. Let me fab.
Oh no.
Okay,
let's do this again. We do full rotation here. Holy sh! Nice.
Bloom as the flowers in Gurabard.
70k melts. I'll take that. I did not kill this one first, but that's okay. We're gonna use Kai to get some energy here. Balls is very nice. Rosaria, how close are you energy-wise? Not close enough. Jesus, you eat us so much.
Yep.
Chat, I forgot how long C6 is. Hold on, we're gonna have to because so here's the sad thing about Dia. Her E doesn't work on the shield. You may have noticed. Her E does nothing on this guy's shield. And it is a very sad thing. And what can you go down, please? I need to milk you, thank you. Alright. I
usually say that he has ult for the shield form too, so.
All good. Please let me get. Okay, we got all the burst.
There we go.
Alright, chat. Shen He C6.
Care for a dance? Dance with me! Be a good audience, won't you?
Wait, your Chong Young killed everything! Wait, I got oh, okay, well, it's fine. Okay, we'll get some trophies here. Group up, please. Let's get this going. Shen He. How much does your Q do? 30Ks? My autos are doing 27. I need more charges.
Transfiguration.
60k E. Oh, I'm not defused anymore. Hold on. Group up, losers. Wolf's Gravestone as well.
Take your true form. Cryo Incarnate.
Oh, I can't see damage. That's sad.
Yeah, because those damage.
Transfiguration.
This is actually so easy. This comp feels so comfortable to play.
Power of Layla, baby.
Can you f***ing die so I don't lose the 3-star? I'm begging.
Spirit Blade. Attack.
Okay, good. I was almost scared we weren't gonna 3-star. Because, like, I was playing around with stuff. It's all good. That was unintentional. All good, guys.
Light it up. Go in.
Freeze!
Lights out.
Okay. This is better. Oh, more than enough. Alright, Dia, you tank. I need to get some energy for Rosaria. Oh, no, no, no! Don't go the wrong way. Did he go back yet or no? He didn't, right?
Not yet. It doesn't seem like. Yep, there he is.
All good, all good. Dodge this! Damage, 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 damage. She doesn't care.
Yep.
Did I not?
It's there, ya, baby.
Cool. Alright, all good. Very nice. Okay, Shenhe, show me what you got.
Lament.
Here, we're doing these guys, right?
The night is cold.
Oh, I don't have any.
One with nature.
Get the crowd scroll on.
Birds come. Swift and
Birds come!
Take your true form. By ordinance divine.
A lot of damage.
Don't be scared.
Destroying them.
into the wind.
I didn't even use Chang'an's birds.
From whence you came.
Oh, Chang'an just kind of annihilated them. Alright, this shielder guy, I gonna CBA, I don't remember what the
Rising stars.
I'll do it, right?
Following you.
Just to watch out when he starts doing his spin doing.
Spirit Blade.
Should be fine.
My will embodied. Cryo incarnate. I shall not yield.
Ow! Ah! I'm getting Garand! Okay, it's fine.
There's a spin doing attack.
Chat, I think I might want to restart because,
From whence you came.
holy shit. Dude, Chongyun is actually... I remember your Chongyun stats. They weren't even that good.
Not now.
Yeah, your Chongyun is
gravestone, baby.
destroying these guys.
Wolf's gravestone, baby.
A touch of frost.
This is the Chongyun. Okay, it's not a Shen.
Yeah, apparently.
Okay, Chongyun's actually doing all the damage. It's actually insane. Alright, chat, we should be fine, right? Satek Weena does no damage, so we're fine. A little bit of a creep. It's all good, right, guys?
We do a little bit of trolling.
You know, the funny thing is Rosaria is popping off. While Dia's doing this damage, Rosaria takes her 30 to 45k per burst. Just like, you know what I'm saying?
Yep. Rosaria.
You can't run. Buckle up. Teamwork is teamwork.
Not give her own crit.
You
Okay.
asked for it.
I'm in a decently good spot here.
Look alive. Hi. Going in.
Freeze. This one will be frozen.
Lights out. Dead meat.
Okay, let's finish this. Hopefully pull this off and hopefully Okay.
My guiding star.
One time, not stupid.
Obey.
Please.
Forth. My blade.
Ooh, okay, that's a Pogger's damage output right there.
Yep.
Poggers? Where is he? He's still doing it.
Aw,
That's actually Gigapog. Gigapog. Ah, gotta get in.
Manifest.
Okay, we're in a much better spot.
Chin.
Got one of these off.
Birds come. One with nature.
Do your master's bidding.
Swift and merciful. Submit for justice.
Take your true
Ooh!
form.
Come on!
Oh,
Come on!
let's go.
Oh, I don't have enough.
Transfiguration.
Yes! Wow, her E did 111k on that last tick. Holy shit, her E did so much. YouTube Frogs, that is going to wrap up a massive review for the Giga Chad, that is too. If you guys want to check out his own content, he will, well, we already have all that stuff. All the information will be in the description, as well as once this video is up. Hope you guys enjoy a little bit of a sneak, or not a sneak peek, a full showcase review of a super dedicated gamer. Not only gameplay-wise, but also exploration-wise. Thank you, Mr. Tuo. Anything else you'd like to say to the YouTube Frogs before we head out?
The YouTube Frogs, come over to Twitch. Come watch Mr. Xlice live at twitch.tv/.
Wait, that's not what we're supposed to do.
Xlice.
What the f? We're supposed to say twitch.tv Toho Sniper 98 and watch Toho's YouTube. Anyways, YouTube Frogs, feel free to check out his content. Thank you guys very much for tuning into this very long review session. It's podcast style. Hope you guys enjoyed something that I haven't done in a while. Besides that, thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you guys next time. Take care.
Peace.